Why do you want to lose weight? Sounds like an obvious question, doesn't it? To look good, to feel good, perhaps you're going on a holiday soon and you want to shed a couple kilos in preparation. What happens when you actually lose the weight? Do you gain it back on and then have to set that very same goal? Is this enough to actually motivate you to keep going? This is ABOD After Hours, and in this video we actually have a look at the reason you actually began this journey in the first place. By establishing a clear purpose, it's actually going to get you to see out your vision by giving you those building blocks to actually get there. How we will do this is by answering 4 simple questions. So yes, I'm going to need you to get a pad and pen. Don't worry, I'm going to leave the description in the comments below so you can go back later if you need to. So before we begin, I actually want you to have a think about your current workplace. So you've probably got some posters scattered around the office where it may have some, goals, strategies, a mission statement, perhaps maybe a purpose statement. And there's very good reason for that. A purpose-driven company is going to evolve faster, is going to be more profitable, and is 5 times more likely to have an engaged workforce. Now think about yourself for a second in terms of your professional development. You might be wanting to do some particular courses, you might be wanting a different position, you might be wanting a different role within the company, and you sort of have those aspirations to get there, and you sort of have an idea of getting there, or perhaps you've actually done this exercise as a whole in order to get there in terms of working out the why and how. And what I've found is we don't do this as much in our personal life. Yes, we have some of those aspirations, buy a bigger house, we go on that overseas holiday. But when it comes to ourselves, I find that we don't do as much of it around our simple goals and actually answer off why we want to do it in the first place. So the definition of a purpose is an intention, a call to action, a reason to do something in the first place. So why did you begin that journey? So let's get started on those questions. I want you to aim on answering these as quickly as possible because we're going to use that goal of losing weight. So we should be able to get through these relatively quickly and give us the structure that we need. You could spend hours, years, you could spend a lifetime trying to give reason to existing as a whole, and why we are here and all those sorts of things. But for the purpose of today, it's just going to be around that particular goal. Question 1, why did you begin this journey in the first place? Now, this is actually a relatively challenging question. The rest of them are going to be a lot easier than this, but I'm going to give you a simple technique. It's called the 5 whys. So we're going to keep asking why until we get to that deep-rooted reason on why you even started this in the first place. Because it could quite simply be, to lose weight. Why? Because I want to look good, because I want to feel good. But why? Because I want to one day do a marathon or whatever it may be. Yeah, but why? Because I want to inspire the people around me. Again, why? To be the very best version of myself in order to be able to inspire people. And you should get down to the real reason why you even want to embark on this journey to begin with. You're welcome to use that one or have a little research and a dig around the internet to see one that might fit you. At the end of the day, it might resonate with you and then you can use that one. But once we have the why, we can put that to the side and that's going to be our call to action. That's the reason we get out of bed in the morning. It's all encompassing and it's unattainable. So we're never going to actually get there. There's no actual goal there where it's just going to be what we live and breathe day to day. And we can always look to it for inspiration as well. Question 2. What path are we going to take to get there? So this is actually relatively easy. What's the mission? What's the strategy behind it? This could be as simple as exercising, fasting, you choose, but put out a list and you probably have a fair idea on what techniques you're going to employ to see out that higher purpose that we've set for ourselves. Question 3, what is that vision? Now we have the path or the strategy to actually get there. What's in the future for you? Where do you aspire to be? What's your long-term goal? So have a think about it. It could, again, as we mentioned earlier, it could be to run a marathon. Question 4, what is this specific goal or goals we're going to use that's going to bring all of this together? Now, this should be really easy because we're going to say lose weight. But what we are going to do is we're going to use the SMART technique. So you've probably done this in the past. You're probably currently doing it now. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through it together just so it brings it all together. So SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevance, and time-based. Let's start to put all that together. So let's go. Specific, lose weight through calorie restriction, fasting, and exercise. Measurable, let's go. We want to keep our calories under 2,000. For example, we're going to use the 16-8 protocol, which means that we're going to fast for 16 hours, we're going to eat for 8. And let's say we're going to exercise a minimum of 3 times per week. Attainable, let's say 6 kilos, just to make it something that's achievable. Again, this is just an example. Relevant, now this is an easy one. We've just covered why it's relevant to our cause. We've got the path, we've got the vision, it's all there, put it in there. Time-based, let's say for example, 3 months. So let's have a recap and put this all back together. So the purpose is why you do what you do, and it's the call to action, the reason why you actually started this journey in the first place. The mission is going to be able to drive you. It's the path that's going to get you to that vision. The goals bring this all together and get you to where you need to be. So by now you should start to see that it actually gives you some clarity, it gives you the structure, and it actually helps you. If you go off course and you've got those guiding principles, those reasons that you're doing it in the first place, it should make it easier to actually get back on track. You have a couple of drinks, you've got a lot of work functions, you've got a lot of other commitments in your life at the time. It should be easy to get back on track. And again, don't put yourself down, because now you've got a checklist. You've actually got a reason for action. So it should make it a little bit easier when you do go off track. And that's the reason for this video today. Look, thank you for today. If you have enjoyed the video, please subscribe. I'm going to be covering off similar topics. And thank you for watching today.